What's my name? Hold the S because I emanate.
Alright. Golden Age of Grotesque. Now this is a divisive album. Some people really don't care for it. Some people think it was like the start of when he started sucking, which I maintain that he never did start sucking at all. But yeah, Golden Age is not as bad of an album as some people make it out to be. It's really good. For the most part, there are a couple of songs that I would say are kind of weaker. But Saint is incredibly strong. It's such a good song. It's just got like, it's got the attitude, it's got the sinister bent to it. It's fantastic all around. It's really just awesome. Not to mention it's got an incredibly graphic and controversial music video, so that's always fun. But yeah, totally love this song. I think it's a great reason to listen to the album all on its own. But there are plenty of other good songs on here too. And I'm going to point out my favorites, of course. Alright, Spade. So this song, I have to admit, part of why I like it so much is I did know the song, I did like it, and then I saw it used in a pornographic video, and I grew more attached to it somehow. I mean, yeah, I did just say that, and yeah, that is true. It's not a joke or anything. Yes, I do like this song more because I saw it used in a porn once. But yeah, I do like this song anyway. It's a good song. I don't know, something about the mood of the song is very intense, and it just really works for me. It's kind of a slower song. It has parts where it picks up, in intensity and speed, but the most part of the song is kind of slower paced and more dramatic sounding, and it's just a sound that I think really works, and it's placed well on the album in addition, so definitely a winner for me. You should be able to guess by now. You've probably noticed a pattern if you've been watching all of these videos. This song has awesome energy, and it's got that fucking attitude I've been talking about. It's just got this attitude of like, fuck you, and we're just fucking awful. And there's something really fun about that. It's just fun fucking escape and just like good old rage music, And I do think that has a place. And this album is interesting to me because it has kind of a very specific image to its music, and most of the image is basically like a big middle finger, and just like it fucking hates you. The music hates you, and it's glorious. I might be the only person who really loves this album so much, but I think there's so much good music on this that people kind of ignore, and I'm not entirely sure why. Some of it might sound a bit more simple, like This Is the New Shit is, it's a very simplistic song. It's definitely not going to make it into my top 5, just so you know right now. Spoilers, like anyone fucking cares about spoilers on something like this, but this song is just a good time, and a lot of the songs on this album are just a good time, and I don't think there's a problem with that at all. Because when he puts on a good time, it's a good time, and some music just needs to be a good time sometimes. But yeah, excellent fucking song, and it's got just this crazy fucking rockin' energy that I love.
This is a black collar song. Put it in your middle finger, sing along. Use your fist and not your mouth.
Do I even have to say it at this point? The fucking attitude, the energy, it's all here in this song, and this song is so like just rage and just anger, and it's fucking fantastic. I gotta say, there's this kind of joy to. I'm a non-violent person. I don't like being angry or fighting or any of that kind of shit, and I generally try to have a nice attitude when I deal with human beings on any kind of level, but god damn if that doesn't make this song so much more fun. It's just this great fucking escapism of just like vitriol and rage, and it's fucking awesome. It's so satisfying. If you're ever like blasting up shit in a video game and you want like a good playlist, some of the songs on this album work wonders. This album has a lot of good fucking just like rock and kick-ass music, you know. Really, it's so entertaining. Might not be as artistic and intense and deep as some of his other albums, but it's a good time, and I do not begrudge this album in the slightest for being so. It's just unabashed fun and rage and anger, and it's fucking great.
Mouth junkies ain't silver tongue marching down the stairway to substance. Coke angels and asses give me opiate masses. Fill your church born preachers will fill up the glasses.
Alright, so those of you who know this album might have expected me to pick something more like Mob Scene for this as my last choice here, but Dole Dagga Buzz Buzz Ziggity Zag is one of my favorite fucking Manson songs. I'm not even joking. It might not sound like his best work, and probably isn't, but it's so infectiously fun, and it makes me realize that there's like this, I don't know, this kind of crazy like swing music thing going on that just desperately needed its own music video. I mean, Mob Scene has a great music video, but honestly, I think this could have had a music video just as good, or maybe even better, if you got in some like swing dancers and dressed them up in like some kind of, Manson-esque shit. It just seems like it would be a fucking riot. It's just such a fun, fast, high energy song. And he uses all these bizarre slang terms like coke angels, and it's so fucking cool. It's just cool. I mean, this album is so style over substance, but God, if it isn't a fucking awesome style. Now, honorable mentions for this one. Mob Scene is excellent. It's a really good song. It's only because I'm limited to 5 that I didn't put it in, of course. But also, This Is the New Shit is a really just catchy, fun song. I'm also quite fond of Kaboom Kaboom, more for its verses than its choruses, if I'm being perfectly frank. I think the verses are fun as hell. I also I do have a weird appreciation for Paranoir. It's an incredibly weird song, especially compared to the rest of the album. It kind of is just like a weird turn, but really good. And I guess I'm going to have to say Better of Two Evils also. I do have an appreciation for that song. It's because of its attitude and God, I could talk about how much I love the attitude of this album all day. But yeah, good album. It's not as artistically good as the 3 that preceded this, but still an excellent album and still definitely worth listening to. If nothing else, pick out your favorites and listen to those like I do. That's my top 5 for Golden Age. Next up, I believe, is Eat Me, Drink Me, if I'm not mistaken. So see you guys for that one.